Welcome to the Water Valley Voice. Mandy, welcome
Marissa,
to the Valley Voice.
I'm so excited.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
So you've been here for quite a while.
Yes, 6 years. Actually,
Really? Has it
June
been 6
20
years?
Yeah, June 22nd will be my 6-year mark, so
Wow, good
it's
for
crazy.
you.
I love it.
Well, we love you, and time flies when you're having a good time.
I think
so.
we always have a good time here at the Water Valley Company.
Yeah, that a girl.
Yeah.
So you recently just had a change in your job title.
I did,
Tell us a little
yes.
bit. Well, actually, let's walk
Okay.
backwards. You were in Africa.
I was in Africa.
So tell
yeah.
us how you made it here.
So
and
actually,
talk to us about your voice and why you have your
well,
accent, because I think it's so fun.
usually, I charge people when I talk to people, but
As
so
you should.
voicemails and things like that. No, I'm just joking. But no, I was born in South Africa. So
That's
Durban, South Africa.
amazing.
So I was actually a beach girl and then moved to the mountains. So, but I've been in the States for almost, geez, is it 30 something years now?
Really?
So I'm an
So-
old fart now.
So love that.
Yep.
What age were you when you moved here?
14. Yeah. And you
Wow.
asked how I got to America. And
Yeah,
usually
tell me.
the easy answer
Because
to
I
that
think
is an
your
airplane.
story is so
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's just an airplane that took us here.
Fair.
No, but it's honestly, it's the American dream, the better lifestyle, everything.
Yeah.
We first moved to Utah. It was my mom, my brother, and I. Yeah, my brother was 16, so he's 2 years older than I am.
So one
And
sibling.
yeah, one sibling,
Just
one
you
brother.
two.
Yeah,
Okay.
he picked on me when I was growing up.
I
Anyway,
understand.
yep. But otherwise, yeah. And then I moved to Michigan. I went to school at Central Michigan University, excuse me. And then I actually got an internship at Gateway Canyons Resort and Spa. So that's on the western slope of Colorado. So it's the founder and owner of Discovery Channel, John Hendricks, who owns that. So I was actually there for almost
Wow.
9 years. And then, yeah,
That's
kind of,
fascinating.
moved on from that location. And then I was hired here. And
But tell
then
us,
just my
how did you
journey.
end up in Colorado, and how did you end up
So
here?
Colorado is because of the internship at Gateway. So
Okay.
that's, Michigan is cool, but it's cold. So for me, it
Yeah.
was kind of like, I need to get somewhere. I've always heard Colorado is like the mecca of outdoor, right? And so
Mhm.
I was like, man, and one of my friends was doing an internship at Gateway. And so I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And so, yep, did a road trip out and was there, like I said, almost 9 years. I fell in love with that place and I love the outdoors. I love the outdoor recreation. I love the adventure,
Mhm.
all of that. So,
Where did you
yeah.
end in Colorado? Because it wasn't Windsor, was it?
No, it was Gateway. Like that's where I first moved. It was Gateway.
Gateway,
Yeah,
Colorado.
and it's
And
literally
how far is that from here?
well, that's like 5.5 hours. So it's like an hour south of Grand Junction.
Okay, so then how did you end up in Windsor?
So while I first moved to Colorado Springs, kind of chilled out there, checking it out. And
Yeah.
then a previous employee for the Water Valley Company was saying, hey, they're looking for adventure. Someone to represent that here at the Water Valley Company. And I said, sign me up. And I came and met with Gary and Martin. They fell in love with me. I mean, like, who doesn't with this accent?
I just
I
have
know.
a feeling.
I was
Yeah,
like,
so that
let
was
me- yeah.
5 years ago.
Almost 6 years
So
ago.
what was your original job when you came to
Yeah.
Water Valley?
So when my original position was executive director of adventure and experiences.
Which
So
kind of fits
yeah,
with what you
right.
were doing.
Right, absolutely. And so, but it was so cool because with that kind of broadened out even to these special events. And
Mhm.
so that was like the first Winterfest that was 44 days long, but it was also during COVID.
So fun for
it was,
you.
Yeah, it was damn cold. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was like 44 days of that, of Winterfest. And then after that, we had the fire dance. And this is all during COVID,
Yes,
right?
I
So remember fire
this
dance?
over at Rain
So
Dance, right?
yes,
Yes.
at the park over there, the Rain Dance River Resort. So
Yes.
anyway, with that, it was like cool. We got joined in with the Colorado Eagles. We brought the big screen because they couldn't do it in the Blue Arena or the arena back then. So they had to do it outside because of COVID, right?
So they really threw you into the wolves.
Dude, hell yeah, they did. So you hold on to your reins, like because you're a cowgirl, I guess, here in the boondocks of whatever. So like
Yeah.
you hold on and you just go for it, and that's what I love. It's forever, changing and in such a growing way. It's
Yeah.
never a dull moment, and that's why I love working for the Water Valley Company because it keeps you on your toes, but it's exciting,
Yeah.
right? And it's progressing and it's, building, and there's such a amazing future with the company here, right?
Oh,
So,
I love that.
yeah, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, fire dance, and I'm a pyro person, so I love 4th of
It
July
was
full.
super
I
fun. I
love
remember
all
my
that stuff,
kids
right?
were like, "Wow,
Dude,
this
right?
is
We had
so
fire
fun."
dancers, chalk artists, whatever, and
And then
then
the drone
yeah,
show
the
was
drone
so
show,
fun.
that was huge, and then we had the big fireworks, but then what was super cool is that we had the big I was like, "Man, how cool would it be to have a Burning Man here at Rain Dance," right?
Yeah.
So we got all these pallets and made a pyramid, and I was like, "I want it purple because Rain Dance is represented with purple," right? So then we had the Fire Dance logo on top of this
Oh,
pallet. I don't know
wow.
if you remember this, and then I was
I
like,
don't
"Put
even know if I
purple pyro."
remember this.
Yeah, so there's purple, like, fireworks and pyro shit, all over,
Yeah.
and I was like, "I don't think the fire department's gonna approve this," but sure shit, they did, and I was like, "Yes!" And so then we had, I forget what was the song that was playing, it was blaring, and it was like
My dad probably loved it.
he
Was it
did,
like
I think he
rock or
did, I think he
something
did something,
crazy?
it was definitely rock, and
Yeah.
so then it was just purple everywhere, and it was burning up
No
the
one
fire
cared
dance
that there was
logo.
flames
No,
everywhere,
no.
but the music was
Yeah.
great and the ambiance was
Everything was
great.
great, yeah, so people loved that, and then after that was Remembrance Day, so
Yes.
we did that, and then, yeah, we've done the music festival, Hoedown
Mhm.
Hill Music Festival, and Roar of the Rockies, so
Yeah.
we will have the Hoedown Hill Music Festival, which will be September 18th and 19th this year. So,
Wow.
Friday night for music festival will be rock, and then Saturday night
Can
will
you
be
share who's coming?
unfortunately, I don't have the confirmed artist list, so those can't be
Why do I
shared
feel
right
like you
here.
do know,
I don't
but
know
you're
what you're
not allowed
talking
to
about. Hmm.
You signed an NDA with
I
someone?
sure did. Just
That's amazing.
yeah, so
So tell us how from that was 2020,
yeah.
2021. How has your job shifted to
Yeah.
today and what you're doing now in the Water Valley
Yeah,
Company?
like I said, being a part of this company, you grow with the company and there's changes that happen along the way. And I think those changes are exciting, at least for me, because I'm all about it. And it
Never a dull
just,
moment.
no. And like Martin has got such a creative outside of the box freaking brain. And I love it. So when I was also doing these events, I was like, Martin. So for Remembrance Day, right? I was
Martin.
like, Martin, how about we do the national anthem? We have the F-16s flying by, and we have freaking pyrotechnics
You're
going
so
on.
exactly what
Yeah,
he
and yeah, and I
loves.
was like,
Like he
"Can we
just
do
sees the
that?" And he's
energy
like,
that
"Yes," and got me in cahoots with the Buckley boys, and those are
yep.
trouble,
Those
good
are his
trouble,
favorite.
but they
Yeah.
are awesome. And so
Yeah.
yeah, we had the national anthem going, like, and it's freaking F-16s flying, and here comes the pyrotechnic. I'm like, "Whoa!"
And where else do you ever get that?
No,
It's
exactly.
insane.
That's why I'm like, "Hell yeah, Water Valley,"
Yeah.
So, yeah, so my job description or whatever you want to call it has evolved, is what I like to say.
Yes,
And
that's a
so,
great word for
right,
it.
right. And it's evolved in such a way that I love it. We have, the Water Valley Hospitality, division or department. And with that comes all these great activities. But with that is also, we have the signature experience. And that is something I've evolved into. Tyler
Yes.
Lind has asked to create that. It's something that he's been passionate about and wanting to bring for the last 4 years. And now it's, here
Come
in
to
fruition.
life?
It has come to life. So that's where that client, experience representative title comes with that, as well as those special events director, because I still am doing those big special events like Roar of the Rockies and the Hoedown Hill Music
Yeah.
Festival. So
So tell us a little bit more about that new program that
the
you guys.
signature experience? Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
please.
So we have the two benefit programs. One's the gold benefit, one is also called the silver benefit. Now, something that's cool about the signature experience is that anyone can experience this, but it's also, building relationships not only with your clients, but also with your team. So bring, your clients or your team members or, employee appreciation. Come and do some rounds of golf, come and do some private events, also wake sports and fishing. You get some exclusive, entrance to the Colorado Eagles that no one can get, like on the flight deck. The Water Valley Company, also the luxury suite, and then glass seats. So, but one thing that's unique about the signature experience is where I come in. Ha
There
ha.
you
And
go.
that is the
There's the Mandy
concierge. It's the
experience.
concierge Mandy experience. So with that, yes, you get a, year-round concierge. So you don't really have to do anything. You just connect with me and I'll ask you what you're looking for. and we make it happen. So something that's cool and unique is that anyone can participate versus, if you're in a membership, you can only have those people that are signed up as a member,
XYZ.
right?
Yep.
But no, bring your dog, bring your children, bring whoever,
All the things.
all the things, right? And come and experience what the Water Valley hospitality can bring to you.
Wow,
So,
that's fascinating.
yeah,
I didn't even know some of that.
I
So that's super
know.
cool.
It is pretty
Are you
badass.
enjoying this new version of your job?
The new version of Mandy? Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
The Mandy experience.
Yes, it is the Mandy experience. Don't tell Tyler this. No, just
I
kidding. But no, absolutely, I love it. I think it's just exciting where everything is moving forward.
yeah.
And I think, like I've said before, it's just never a dull moment. We're not at a standstill. This company is growing and it's growing in the right direction. And
Mhm.
Martin is all about bringing experiences, not only, just right here, but to everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's so key because I'm all about experience,
Yeah.
right? Just because it's not the title in my name, but guess you know what? It's signature experience. There's still experiences. That's what memories are all built upon is the experiences.
Yeah.
And so that's what he's trying to bring to
Well, and
everyone,
every person you meet, I'm sure, has another walk of life and different
Yeah.
experience, and you're trying to
Yeah.
guide them in
Yeah,
each
absolutely.
direction.
Yeah.
That's got to be so
Sometimes you want
fun.
to taser some of these people, but you know what? It's
Understandable.
it's funny every time I'm like, "Oh, you get some out of line people." You're like, "Yeah, why don't we just taser them?"
Just like
And
off
just
them.
kidding, you're gonna cut that, right? Because yeah. Anyway, but yeah, people I've still been denied that, so I guess I'll get my own. Just kidding.
You got it. You got it,
Just
girl.
kidding.
So we've been asking every person what their favorite part of their job is, which I feel like I already know now, but give
Yeah.
us a little bit of a description of your favorite
Jeez,
part of your
I mean,
job.
I think it's just for me, like, I think it's bringing that experience to people, right? Like, you can't get this everywhere, right? But how cool
It's
is it that
so
you're in
true.
this small town called Windsor, but it's growing, right? We
Yeah.
are going to be the epic of NoCo, right? And so being a part of that journey, and seeing how this is being built, I love being part of that from that ground up experience because you're part of that, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you kind of look back, you're sitting in your rocking chair in old age with no teeth. Hopefully I have teeth. But you know what I'm saying? And you're just thinking back about the
You're gonna have
memories. You're
teeth.
just like, dude, yeah, remember that back time when we did the whole downhill. I don't know if I'm going to sound like that,
God
but
bless Ho Down
yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, you know what I
Oh,
mean? It's just I just love all aspects of the job.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint just one, but when you see people that come and enjoy themselves at these experiences, knowing that Martin and Tyler and the family have been able to provide, and it's just really cool. It's just an epic location that
It is.
yeah,
It's fun to see a project go from 0 to 100 and
heck
to be a
yeah.
part of that.
And literally it's 0 to 100 miles an hour. Heck
I
yeah. So that's what I'm
yeah.
saying, hold on, but it's a
Yeah,
great,
grab the reins,
yeah, grab
as
the
you said
reins.
earlier.
Heck yeah. So it's
Awesome.
cool. I love it.
So, looking forward to the next couple years, you've been with us for 5.
Mhm.
What does your next 5 years look like?
Oh, geez. That's actually a really good question. Continue to grow in the company, of course, right?
Mhm.
But I think just diving more into what the future is going to be. So because I'm a Capricorn, so I'm like going like
My husband's a
I'm
Capricorn and so
really
is my daughter, and
okay.
so
So
I
you understand.
understand, but
It's just
she's a
like
December Capricorn
okay,
and
I'm a
he's a
January.
January
I
Ca
am such a
What's your
January
birthday?
15th.
His is the 14th.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh, so you guys
awesome.
are, like, super aligned.
Yeah,
This
seriously,
makes a
but yeah.
lot more sense
See,
now
it's
that
just
we're
like
talking.
climbing the ladder, but it's just
Yeah.
like I'm that workaholic. I'm
Yep.
that person that likes to keep busy and do things,
Yes, this
right?
is making so much
Yeah, and just
sense.
like see things grow, you know what I mean? And in the
And you're
direction it
in
needs
it,
to,
and you
and you're
wanna be
in
a
it.
part of it, and
Yeah.
you wanna have a little bit of say in it.
Yeah, sure, of course, right.
Yeah,
Who wouldn't want to, my
totally.
opinion in things like that's great,
Well, that's your opinion. That's
Yeah.
your personality, and
Yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I love
love
it.
you, and we're so thankful for you. Thanks for
Oh,
being a part
appreciate
of
you guys
this.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's one last thing you could say for your department, what would it be?
Oh gosh.
I know, putting you on the spot.
Yeah, what lost thing? I mean, honestly, if geez, thanks a lot, Marissa. I
You
don't
got
know.
this.
I
The Mandy experience.
it is the Mandy experience. No, I'm just joking. But I think it's, just hold on to your horses. There's more to come. It's this place is growing and it's exciting. and you should be a part of it, and in any capacity, if that's
Mhm.
working for the Water Valley Company or attending the experiences,
The
the music
events.
festival, the
Yeah.
events, the venues, the things that we offer for hospitality. You can't be missing out. So come and have some fun with us. So
Awesome. Well,
yeah,
thank you so much for
yeah,
joining the
absolutely.
podcast. We thoroughly enjoyed you.
I
You're the
hope you
best.
guys are
We might have to
awesome.
bleep the most out of this episode.
Okay. Well, you're lucky you didn't get
But
all the swear words.
you've been so wonderful and so great, and
Okay.
we appreciate you.
Thanks, Marissa.
Excited for the
Appreciate it.
next 100 years you're
Oh
going to be with
boy.
us.
Heck yeah. And I'll have my teeth with me too, just
That
so
a
you know.
girl. Chris Williamson, PGA Director of Golf.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Been here with the company for a little over 4 years.
Yep.
Started up at Rain Dance National a few years ago
Mhm.
and kind of worked my way through the company and now director of golf over both of our properties.
Awesome. So tell us about your background. How did you end up at Water Valley, and what's your golf background specifically?
Yeah. Been playing golf since I was 6 and have been
Wow.
in northern Colorado for about 15 years. And
Okay, so
kind
you
of,
grew up here.
I did actually grew up in Iowa, but I've been
Oh,
in Colorado for 18
my
years
mom
or
would
so
love
now.
you. She grew up in Iowa as
Nice.
well. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So northern Colorado for a while, bounced around a few other facilities, and then when Rain Dance was opening in 2022, had the
Mhm.
opportunity to go be the first head professional up there and
Okay,
jumped on that.
awesome.
Yeah.
So what is your job title with us currently?
Yeah. So PGA Director of Golf, I help oversee anything to do with the golf operation.
Mhm.
So from both the turf and maintenance side to the operations side, merchandising, teaching,
Yeah.
anything to do with the game.
Yeah. So one of the questions that I was going to ask you is the social media presence with Rain Dance
Hmm.
has been much higher than we've seen
Yes.
in the past.
Hmm.
Specifically, we have like golf influencers coming.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that and how that's affected the golf.
Yeah, Rain Dance is a unique place.
Yeah.
Longest golf course in North America and has
Mhm.
attracted a lot of
Gives us a
attention.
little bit of a
Exactly.
title. Yep.
With that, so everybody wants to come try, come
Uh-huh.
play,
Mhm.
and we've welcomed that from every angle.
Yeah.
We've had big events from the Barstool Classic
Yes,
to
that
some
was
other
super
ones,
fun to watch.
all the way down to some small YouTubers just getting going. So
Yeah.
we're happy to see anybody out and see what they can do.
Yeah. Anyone specifically that you sticks out?
The foreplay guys were out. I guess that's Barstool, and then we had Kyle Berkshire,
Yeah.
long drive champion.
That's what I was gonna say, the one that putted the longest, right?
That was a different one.
Oh, okay.
That was, I can't remember them at the moment. But Kyle Berkshire is a long drive champion and came out and played it all the way back
Yeah.
and had some pretty
Because
impressive
I'll
shots
be
on
like
there.
scrolling TikTok and
Yeah.
I'll see Rain Dance pop up.
Yeah.
And there's some big, and then there's people commenting, like lots of big influencers that have been here that I don't even know about. So
It's a great asset. And it's kind of become part of the goal of the property
yeah.
is to get more of that national audience
Totally.
and have it be a place where you can come play and hopefully even stay and play down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your vision for your job here at
Mhm.
Rain Dance? What do you see the next 1 year, 2 years, 5-year goal?
Yeah. With both properties, down here at Pelican Lakes is more of our membership driven
Mm-hmm.
attention.
Yeah.
We have public play at both.
Long
Technically,
term.
both are semi-private. Yep.
Yeah.
But really take care of our members and focus on that down here and
Mhm.
really drive our public play and our resort play up to
Yeah.
Rain Dance. So we'd love to continue to host events. We've had great success even with the Colorado Golf Association the first few years.
Yeah.
We host one of their majors every year, and that's been a great win both for them and for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd like to continue that. And as more development comes that direction, just be able to take more on.
Yeah, I like that. So what do you guys see the best thing that you host at Rain Dance? Like, where's your guys' biggest success at?
Our biggest success is actually in the daily play of
Mm.
groups of guys and gals coming up and
Interesting.
having it be their escape and their time to go play
Yeah.
and spend the whole day there.
Yeah.
Because it's a long golf course. It takes a while to play, but that's part of
It
the
does.
idea.
That's the biggest. Everyone's like, it's so long.
It
but
is. That's part of the experience, though. Like
Yeah.
we want it to take a long time. We want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
When you're on that property, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but
Yeah.
you're only a couple miles from the interstate.
I love it. What's your favorite thing about working here?
The cliche answer would be the employees, which is true. We have a great team at both property.
We
But
do. Yeah.
To have the diverse golf courses that we have with
Yeah.
basically an inland link style up at Rain Dance
Mhm.
and then the most shoreline and so much water down here at Pelican Lakes.
Absolutely.
You really
Best
get
of both worlds.
It is. You get
Yeah.
a really different taste of golf and then a short executive course on the falls.
Yeah. Do you
So-
feel like that's what makes us so unique is that we've got 3 different courses
Yeah.
that people can come, they can play. We've got water down there, we've got the short course at Falls, and
Yep.
then come up and yeah.
The 45 Club membership is the kind of the premier membership that we try and sell.
Mhm.
And that is one of the main reasons. You can always get a tee time because there's 45 holes of golf,
True.
even though
Yep.
golf is booming and it is
Yep.
very busy.
Yep.
You've got that aspect, and then you have so many different types of play.
Yeah.
And there's different events down here than versus up the hill at Rain
Yeah,
Dance. And
that was gonna be my comment is that I have friends, I've got both my twin boys play golf
Yeah.
over at Rain Dance. I'm sure you've met
Yep.
them and seen them. But one of the biggest things that I hear is like, well, if we can't get on Rain Dance, we can get over at the Falls. If we
Right.
can't get on the Falls, we're gonna get over on Pelican. And I
Yeah.
think that's super special.
And if you really enjoy the game, there's so many different aspects to each course that help sharpen your game and just
Well, they played on the RCS Golf
Yeah.
League, and that 2 of their players went off to I think it was the Nationals or something, which is crazy because
Yeah.
they practice at Rain Dance.
Yep.
And so my dad was like, "That's a big deal
It
that
is.
they and to their very first one was at Rain Dance, their very first, and
That's awesome.
it was a struggle for them, but
Mhm.
they persevered and they did good. But it's a good learning curve for
It
them
is.
to do and be there and see like how, not every course is easy and
Right.
this is one of the hardest and
The game is challenging, and even
Yeah.
from the day in, day out daily player, if you go around Rain Dance once and you feel the challenge, you lose a couple balls, but when you play the right set of tees and you get
Yeah.
back out there and just kind of learn a few aspects of it, it's a
that's
fun course every
that's the
day.
beautifulness of the game.
Exactly.
Is that you win some, you lose some.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, Chris, if there's one thing you can tell the public about why to come to Rain Dance, what would it be?
The experience. It's such a unique piece of land, which I think we'll talk about later, but it's such a unique spot to be that close to town, the interstate, even close to Denver,
Yeah.
and have that much land movement and have the golf course play differently every single day. The other thing I'd say with the experience is the theme.
Yeah.
The
It's
rustic.
super fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't see a lot of
Our
that.
our
ever.
internal goal that we do share with people is world-class rustic. Like
Yeah.
that's what we're going for when you come to Rain Dance. So
Kurt,
Hi.
welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, this is awesome. Great
Yeah.
studio.
I know. Thank you so much. So, what we're kind of doing today is giving a background of all the people that work here, what they do, where they came from, and how you ended up here. So, you kind of have an interesting story.
I do.
So, I would love for you to tell us a little bit of your background and then how you ended up here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're happy to have you.
I graduated from the University of Northern Colorado in 1998 with a journalism degree. And my first job,
Makes sense.
my first job out of college was at the Windsor Beacon newspaper. So I was 22 and I moved to Windsor and didn't know from Greeley,
Okay.
from UNC, and didn't know anything about Windsor other than playing JV baseball here.
Okay.
Come to find out that my great-great-grandparents were married in Windsor in 1918.
You're kidding.
No. So I told my
Great grandparents.
yeah,
Wow.
from
that's
Grim,
super
Russia.
cool.
Yeah. I told my grandmother I was working in Windsor, and she said she faxed me over our family tree fax
Stop.
machine.
That's
Yeah.
so fun.
And so I wrote a column about it, and I said, I'm really, these people came over from Grim, Russia, and they had all these people, and here I am.
Yeah.
And I worked there for 10 years, and I'm not joking, for 10 years, people would come into the office and go, I'm related to you from this person and this person.
Yeah.
And
well, Germany and
yeah.
Russia and all of us. Yep.
Yep. And along the way, I met Martin Lind, quickly.
Know the guy.
Yeah. Quickly
Little
became
bit.
friends with him. Easy to like.
How did you meet him?
My editor told me I had to meet him, and Pelican Lakes was a year from being
I was just going
built.
to ask, do you remember what year
Yeah, 99.
that you met?
Oh,
my dad?
no, I met him in 98.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Pelican Lakes was a year away from being
Yeah.
unveiled.
Yep.
And so I remember I got in Martin's truck, and we drove around, which is now Water Valley South.
Sounds about right.
Yep. And he gave me a piece of advice, which was after he drove over a ditch or something, he goes, do not buy a vehicle from me.
Because he used to sell cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he's trashing it.
Oh,
I'm joking,
perfect.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But so quickly became friends, and I worked at the Windsor Beacon for 10 years, left, and then went to the University of Northern Colorado, back to the school newspaper that I once worked at, but I was the GM. I taught the students on all aspects of newspapers. And I was still a member at Pelican Lakes, and in the fall of 2013, I wrote a blog about a golf tournament I played in out here, and
At Pelican.
at Pelican. And
Okay.
it's called the Ryder Cup, and I was on the junior team. The juniors beat the seniors, and I made fun of all the seniors.
Perfect.
And the a golf professional at the time loved it, and he goes, "You need to do that for us. Our social media, our social media is lacking. Communication, members don't know when anything's happening."
Mm-hmm.
So on my drive into Greeley to go to work, I emailed Martin and said, "Hey, I would love to do something kind of part-time on the side, social media,
Yeah.
email communication, whatever." And he wrote right back and said, "Come in on Monday." And so I came in on Monday,
Love it.
and I wore a tie, I had references, a resume, and he came into the office, and I stood up and shake his hand, and he knocked the papers out of my hand and said, "What are you doing? Why are you dressed up? Why do you have a resume? You're family.
Sounds
You're
about right.
hired."
Yep.
So
Just like that.
just like that.
And
It-
the
it-
rest is history.
yeah, it felt like at home.
Yeah.
Like I came home.
Well, how else would it feel when you get paper smacked out of your hand?
Yeah.
Just like home.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you went from that
Mhm.
to walk us through where you are now and the journey, because you've had a couple different jobs with us.
Yeah. I started as the director of marketing and public relations. So I did
Mhm.
that for the bulk of my tenure. And then I've kind of worn a hat of historian and just knowing Windsor as much as I do.
Yeah.
And then got into the golf side about 4 years ago. And I'm currently the membership director in tournament sales. So charity tournaments, outside tournaments, and then, recruiting membership.
Sure. Yeah. So how was the transition from what you were doing with marketing to golf? How did that happen?
I think there was a need on the golf side.
It just felt organic, and you
Yeah,
just
and
kind of.
I felt in place too because
Mhm.
I was a journalist and marketing's different, and so I learned along the way. I was designing graphics, and I learned Adobe Suite. Like I had to learn it because no one else was doing it. So just building graphics for restaurants and the golf courses, and it got a little tedious for me. Being a journalist and the marketing side, I wasn't really.
Yeah.
It wasn't a.
Deal fatigue a little bit, ready to
Yeah.
move on, do
And so then
something new.
the
Yeah.
golf stuff kind of opened, and I played golf my whole life, and just immediately just threw my
Well, and
arms
your
around it.
son, he's
Mhm.
so into it.
Yeah.
And I have a story. So, wasn't he the one that played? And that was when my dad saw the
Mhm.
Pelican.
Mhm.
Will you tell us that story really
Yeah,
quick?
it's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
there's an app called Life 360, and
Yes.
at the time that my son was playing golf, it was cart path only, which meant you couldn't take the cart off of the path.
Yes.
And he played by himself, and then my wife sent me a screenshot of his Life 360 journey on the golf course, and she goes, "Doesn't that look like a pelican?" And
Just
so
insane. Because now I can't unsee it.
I know I look at Google Earth, and I see it right there.
We'll have to put a picture up through this,
Yeah.
but it's crazy
It is.
because my dad had no idea
Mm-mm.
until you sent him that.
I know.
And now it's on every brochure, it's on
Mhm.
everything, and it's
Mhm.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I remember he told me that story. I was like, that's crazy it was years before somebody realized that.
Yeah. And
I mean, there's a million aerial photos from above.
I never
and
saw it
never-
once.
No one saw it. Yeah,
No.
that's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how do you like your job now? Walk us through your day to day. What do you do? What's your favorite part?
I love it now. It's right now it's hot and heavy because of tournament. It's golf season.
Yeah, summertime, busy.
So we have tournaments on Mondays and Tuesdays at Pelican on Mondays and Tuesdays at Rain Dance, and so that's really busy. Early mornings,
Yeah.
and then I'm constantly recruiting new members and helping the current members, dissect their membership, whether it be in a billing question or just any amenity that they have questions about. But the best part is meeting new members. Since I do play golf, it's kind of nice that I go and recruit these members on the golf course.
And you can say, hey, I know
Yeah.
how this membership works.
Exactly.
And I love it.
And I get to go play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just meeting new people. We're constantly getting new
Work where you
faces
play.
in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's been great. Our membership's
Awesome.
growing. It's thriving. So we have total 630 members across different tiers.
That's
of
amazing.
membership.
Through Pelican and Rain Dance?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing. So I texted you the other day about that corporate membership.
Mhm.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I know there's some questions on what that entails and
Yeah.
what.
The way our corporate memberships are structured, they're essentially up to 6 family memberships. So the head of the department or the company has a family membership. Him or her and his wife or spouse, and then kids underneath.
Gotcha.
And then it works the same for their employees. So
Okay.
their employee A would have the spouse and then any children underneath it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
And that's something new we just offered, correct?
kinda.
Okay.
It's kind of evolving thing, and it's kind of standard
Awesome.
across majority of golf clubs.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about your future with us as a company. What do you see for the position that you're in right now?
Good question. Geez, my 5-year goal kind of.
5-year goal.
Oh, well, like I said, I'm kind of a Windsor lifer. I'm a homer. I immediately feel like home. I can't see myself not living in Windsor.
Yeah.
So I would love to maintain the membership at Pelican Lakes and Rain Dance. As Rain Dance continues to develop with more amenities up there,
Crazy. Yeah.
just continue to see that thrive and hopefully bring prestigious golf tournaments there too. So just
Yeah.
get Rain Dance out
National
there.
attention over there.
hmm
Crazy.
Yeah, just to continue to boost the Water Valley Company's portfolio with cool amenities on the golf side and smiling faces every time someone comes and books a tee time.
Oh, I
So
love that.
so kind of maintaining what I'm currently doing, but just
Yeah.
elevating it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you and
Thank
everything that
you.
you've done. 0 to 100, all the years that you've been here. We appreciate you.
I appreciate
From
that.
small jobs to big jobs.
Yeah, thank you.
You're doing amazing work. So
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming on today. Ryan Bach, president of the Colorado Eagles, Mr. Colorado. Welcome to the Valley Voice.
Hey, it's
Thanks
great
for-
to be here. Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
me.
coming. Yes. So, what we're kind of doing today is just talking a little bit about the history, your background, which I really want you to touch on because we obviously go way back, but I want you to go way, way back. So, you started with the Colorado Eagles.
Yeah, it's quite a unique
Tell
journey.
us
Yep,
all the things.
I sure will. Back in 2003, that was the inaugural
Wow.
season.
Yeah, because we started
So,
2002 was the first of, yes. Okay.
and then in 2002, 2003 is when, the Eagles started here.
Yep.
And I came in and I was able to don the jersey
Yeah.
as a first-year goaltender with the Colorado Eagles. So it's been quite an experience. I've obviously been here now 23 plus years, coming up
Let's
on
not age
24.
ourselves, but yes.
No. So, and that's unique in a sense that you're never usually with a professional organization
True.
in the capacities that I've been in.
Yeah.
I mean, I started out as a goaltender, went from there to broadcast, and I went into part of doing color. I also did the goaltending coaching.
Mhm.
Then I progressed over the years. At one point, I was an assistant coach, interim head coach.
Yep.
And I figured out that that's not the position that I wanted
Not
to
your
be in. So I
journey?
went back to, went back to being a goaltending coach, but also started getting more involved with the broadcast side of it as well.
Yeah. Well, you're skipping over a little bit of a part, Ryan.
Yes.
Where you and I crossed paths.
Right.
Where did that happen?
So that all happened actually after the first year that I played here. So it was more of a
Yes.
mindset of I was going to retire from hockey. And I met the owner at the time, Martin Lind. And I love the
I know
area.
him.
Yes. And I'm sure you know him very well. So very blessed for that opportunity. And he just said, he goes, well, why would you leave here? I said, I love it here. I just finished, we finished the season, had my first child, Emerson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who now just
Who
graduated.
just graduated from college.
Insane.
So it just goes to show
Insane. Yes.
you where it's at. And she was
Yep.
born the first year. So looking back at that, it was, why don't you get your real estate license? So
His
I thought long
first
and hard.
sentence to everybody.
Yeah.
Get your real estate
And
license.
So I did. And from there, I started out, did several capacities in the real estate industry. I did some property management, managed some
Yeah.
HOAs, did some residential sales. Then I eventually slowly progressed into the commercial side of it.
Spun a little bit.
And
yeah.
so that was from 2004 all the way till 2011.
Well,
No, 2016 is when,
yeah.
yeah, because then that's when I purchased my Remax franchise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when you became my boss.
Yes. And then we had Marissa come on board of one of our agents. And
Yeah.
from there, the motto was
Years and years ago, it feels
ABC.
like. But ABC.
Always
Always
be
be closing.
closing.
That was something Ryan taught me like way back when. But
And now look where you're at.
I
mean,
know. Well,
it's-
and look where you're at. Yeah. So I want to talk about it a little bit. So obviously the real estate side, you went through the real estate. You were there for 20 some years doing real estate for Water Valley, doing some stuff. How did you get back into the Eagles? Walk us through that journey.
So I think it came to a point where I obviously was always involved in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But I also loved what I was doing in real estate. But it got to a point once had the opportunity to work for the Avalanche as a goaltending coach.
Yeah.
That's when I had to make the decision. It had to be one or the other. So
Right.
I tried it the first couple of years.
I know. I remember.
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
this was in 2017, 2018 when went back-to-back Kelly Cup champions with the Eagles.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really when it all happened.
Took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I knew that at that point I could only stretch myself so
So
thin.
thin,
And
yeah.
when my kids were very involved in school and sports and
And
So,
hockey
yeah.
and all the things. Yeah. Layton's like full in hockey and yeah.
yeah. So then on 2018 till 2022 is actually I was the goaltending coach position, but then in 2022 the opportunity came and presented itself to
Yeah. And it was an easy transition for you because that was obviously your past. That's where you felt comfortable. So moving forward into
Yeah.
this job,
and that
tell us
part
about
of the journey.
like, yeah,
And I think the experience that I gained because being a player
yeah.
and then also being on the side,
That was
the
literally
business
what I was
side,
going to ask. Like you've seen both
Yep.
sides. You've been on the ice and now you're up top.
locker room to the front office.
Yeah.
So the two, I mean,
So you
play hand in
really
hand.
have the best perspective to be a coach because you've been down
Yeah.
there.
Yep. And
Yeah.
I think, seeing the hockey side as a player, and
I'm sure.
I kind of look at it as I started to emulate, well, what kind of culture do you build in a locker room? What's a team? And
Mm,
so front office is no different, where I'm at now as president. And it's the day-to-day operation of overseeing, corporate sales of so many different
oh, I can't
ticketing,
even imagine.
marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just the fan experience. I mean, these are all parts of everything that I've been able
To
to
be
see.
a part of.
And then
Literally from
just-
start to finish.
Yep. And then the overall growth of the organization. I
Yeah.
think that's from a day-to-day perspective, that's my role.
I think that's what's so cool for me as like an outsider to see you. You have been someone that's on the ice through every industry and now coaching and being a part of the organization and now president. So
Well,
super, super, super cool
no,
to watch.
it is. And I've been very fortunate to have the mentors that I've had, whether it's been on the hockey side or on the real estate side
Yeah.
with Martin. I mean, I've
Well-
learned so much. And then now that he's understanding the game of hockey as
Yeah.
well, so we kind of soundboard
I know you
like,
both,
what happened
like,
to your goaltending
The,
last
the
night?
real estate hockey thing is
Yeah.
kind of like a yin yang. Like everyone's kind of in and out and you
It is.
understand both sides.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
And it's the goal is to build a successful organization on and off the ice.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
and I think when you have an ownership group like we do, they give us the ability
It makes
to.
a difference to have people, and I've heard that over and over again. So tell us your favorite part about your job. What do you love most when you go into the
S-
office or on the ice?
So, outside of the day-to-day operations, as an alternate governor, I'll just explain that real quick.
Yeah.
So my role and responsibility is that you working with the leaders of the league, also the owners, and then the 31 other general managers. And this
A
is
lot
just,
Of people to coordinate, talk
And-
to.
and it's more of, what can we do to make our organizations better? So you're always collaborating and everything's open book. So that part of it I really enjoy because you're in a room with some of the smartest minds in hockey with all the
Sure,
other
yeah.
organizations. So that part I really enjoy.
You like to talk.
You learn a lot, and I like to talk, and just all the different hockey stories. And
Yeah.
we all played against each other at one point.
Yeah, you're all Canadian.
Yeah,
You get
don't
that
you know?
accent going.
So yeah, I mean that, and then I think the biggest thing for me now is being in the front office side of it
Mm,
is really, again, continue to build that culture of, communication and trust
yeah,
of,
kind of like a family.
yeah. And we've got a smaller staff, but at the same time, everyone has their responsibilities.
Mhm.
And I think the biggest thing is, what I've learned from the hockey side and the front office side is really formed my leadership style, I guess. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and I think that's important to me, but it's also, again, giving our fans, our players, our staff, every time they're in the building. I mean, that's our goal, to
Oh,
make
they
it
see it.
a
They
world-class
feel
experience.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's super important. I watch the fans. We're there at almost every game, and you're there, you're present. I think it's super important. Last time we spoke, Eagles were in the playoffs. Obviously, that didn't go in our favor. Walk us through what happened.
Oh, I'm still mourning the
Us
the
too.
Game 7
It
loss.
was a sad loss, especially Game 7.
And I felt, I mean, it's the worst for the players, just
Mhm.
because, watching what they had to go through to get to that point.
Absolutely.
Like the Western
Played
Conference
their
Finals.
hearts out.
They did. And, a lot of them
Devastating.
endured, played through injuries. And so, yeah, I mean, we got through Coachella in the division finals, which was another very
Mhm.
good team that we had beat. So we had the
Yeah.
momentum, I would have to say, going into the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, we were in it to win it.
Yeah. Knowing when you're, realistically 8 wins away from a Calder Cup championship.
Yes.
I mean, that's,
So close.
yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
And then the realization of it, again, how hard it is to win at this level.
Mhm.
And then the best fans. And I think in the playoffs, it goes to a whole nother level.
It
Like if you
does.
were in Game 7 in the Western Conference against Chicago and we tied it up in the third period during
Yes.
the minute of madness, like that's the loudest.
Insane.
I always say this, well, that was the loudest the building's ever been, but that, no question, was the loudest I've ever heard.
Okay, so the Eagles have made it how far ever? Walk us through the farthest they've ever gotten.
Starting at the CHL level,
Mhm.
we won 2 championships. And then
Yes.
heading into the ECHL, we won back-to-back Kelly Cups.
Yes.
And then
I was there for that last
yeah,
one.
it wasn't that? And the memories, yeah.
In
it was
Florida,
so
right?
awesome.
Yeah,
And what a
Game
comeback.
7.
Yeah.
So
And again,
fun.
and we were down in that game. So there's a lot
That
of
was Game
times
7.
where we
Down. Yep.
and you find a
Yeah.
way to come back. And then
Always.
so in
Yeah.
2018 we merged to go into the American
Yes.
Hockey League.
Yes.
And so from that point on till this year,
Just now.
making it through the division finals into the
Mhm.
Western Conference final, we've never
Yeah.
gone that far.
So 8 years it's
Yes.
been in this division. This is the farthest we've ever gotten.
The farthest that this team is
Wow.
ever, the
And
most
what
successful.
is that title now that they won? The West.
No, we came up short in the Western Conference finals.
It was the.
So we were a game away from, obviously a win away from moving on to the
Okay.
Calder Cup final.
Yes.
So you get a taste of it. That's obviously
Yeah.
you want to go back and try to
Yeah.
revisit and relive
Yeah.
those moments to get through.
So how many teams did we beat out to get that title?
So we started, and that's another thing. It's a great point because it is the amount of games that you have to play.
Yeah, I know.
You play the 72 regular season games.
Which is
and
a
then,
ton.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you get into the playoffs, best of 3 with the first round, which again, Henderson.
Then 5, then 7, right?
Yep. And then Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Coachella, then we went into, am I missing a team? Oh, no, San Diego. We had San Diego
Yes.
as a first round.
San
Yeah,
Diego.
I guess I
San
should-
Diego, Coachella, Chicago.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And the winner would have gone on
But
to play
how
Toronto.
many teams start? I mean, a ton. I tell him he has to.
Everyone
He
starts.
has to bleep me a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's,
An F ton, Eric.
yeah. And that's the
To
goal.
start though, like
30,
I'm
30.
talking back in October.
Yeah, 32 teams start with
32
that same
teams.
goal.
Then how many go into the finals?
It depends on the division. Yeah. So we had
Okay, our division.
there were 7 teams. That went in. Yeah.
Seven.
Yeah.
Okay, and then down.
And then
I mean, so from 32
yeah.
to 7, we're pretty badass.